If your horse is struggling to recover from an injury, you're probably missing these 3 ingredients. If your horse isn't healing like you thought that they would and things aren't going the way that you expected, I bet you're missing these 3 ingredients. These are often overlooked, so let's go over them now. Number 1, it's not actually just about time off, so it's not actually just resting the tissue that got injured, but it's also about teaching the horse's body how to use themselves correctly. So number 1, that is so that the injury doesn't re-happen, but what happens is the body actually sort of shuts down using certain areas. They'll develop compensatory patterns, and if you don't go in and actually address that, then the tissues never heal. So just time off doesn't actually give the stimulation to the tissue to actually heal itself and come back to full function. So that's like part of it. And then the other part of it is that the body has to learn how to use itself correctly. Number 1, so that the injury doesn't reoccur, but also because of this protective mechanism. So the proprioception of the horse has to change. And the only way to do that is through certain exercises. So it's not just a matter of like time off and then hand walking. You actually have to stimulate the body to say, hey, let's go heal this tissue and let's let go of these compensatory patterns that aren't serving you anymore. The second thing you're probably not looking at is at the diet. So we really want to put these horses on an anti-inflammation diet because the inflammation that happened because of the injury, we really need to cut down on systemic inflammation throughout the whole entire horse. And the best way to do that is to eliminate inflammatory foods like omega-6s, soybean oil, soybean meal, soybeans, things like that. There's a whole list of those, but you really want to look at the diet of the horse and give them not only the best nutrition to heal, but also looking at it from an anti-inflammatory perspective. The third aspect you have to look at is stress. So a lot of times horses on injury, they're on stall rest, they are isolated from their herd mates, and it can be really stressful to them just in general to be like have that time off and not to be able to go out and run around the field with their buddies or whatever. But this stress level also causes inflammation in the body. So not only does it mentally affect them, but it can actually have a physical effect on them as well. So it's just another aspect to healing that you need to address when you're looking at this more holistically.